up? I got Naskin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you.
First day in full pads, you feel the running game kind of started to show up a little bit more in terms of how the offense is.
Yeah. See, I look at yesterday as full pads too, even though I know we didn't have the lowers on. But just in terms of our mindset, the physicality and whatnot, that's the mindset I want our guys to have. But no, yeah, there was some good things today in the run game, and you know the improvement that I saw was just like we talked about yesterday, was with our backs, you know, pressing those landmarks, and it started to open up some seams. And our guys are doing a good job up front, capturing some of the combinations, and you hit it and read it one gap at a time. And you know, there's definitely some room for improvement from a defensive standpoint, just making sure that we are sound defensively, and so we don't give up any big runs.
Speaking of the run game, on one play in particular, the team looked like Hackett and Rogers were pretty excited afterwards on the lead draw. Was that an adjustment up front that they caught the defense in, or what were they so happy about?
They're happy because we pressed it and hit a big run up inside. So yeah, no, I think there's just, you know, we want guys to be excited around here and celebrate big plays, but also understand that, hey, let's move on to the next one and go get a big play the next play.
Speaking of that type of mentality, Aaron Rodgers has talked a lot about Jake makes plays in an understated way. His sideline catch today seemed to be a perfect example of that. What did you see from what he did there?
Yeah, Jake's a consistent guy that is extremely reliable. You can trust that he's going to be where he's supposed to be within the timing of the play. And then he's a big guy that can go up and make some plays in those, you know, what we like to call 50-50 balls, and that's what you saw on that particular play.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt, in the old West Coast days, they did a lot of 7-on-7 kind of drills. It seems like it's moved more towards team drills, and you do a lot of 11-on-11 stuff. Is there a philosophy that's different that you've seen coming up in terms of how to structure practice?
Yeah, I just think for me that's real football. When you're having 11-on-11, you know, the 7-on-7 drills, they're good in terms of trying to teach the true rhythm of a play, but the pass rush in this league is real, and you got to get guys accustomed to having bodies around them and being uncomfortable, and then just that ability to manipulate the pocket to maybe buy some time. I think you just can't replicate that in a 7-on-7 drill. So I would prefer every period to be, you know, a team pass or just team 11-on-11 in some sort, but I also am mindful of that. You know, the big guys got to get their individual one-on-one work as well.
You haven't had a 2.5-hour plus practice yet. Is that to come, or is that something that you don't like to do?
Yeah, the places I've been, I think we can get the work that needs to be done in a shorter period of time. We take advantage of our walkthroughs in the evening to make sure that we're getting adequate reps, because a lot of this stuff is mental. So if you can take some wear and tear off the body, I think that's a good thing, especially early on.
Speaking of practice schedules and putting together a practice, it seems, can't see everything, but there's been precious little tackling, specialized like drill work and tackling. Is that something you're going to get to? You're trying to save guys? Or what's your philosophy there?
You're saying that we have not done?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's we implement tackling in some, you know, form or fashion each and every day with from a defensive perspective, because the challenge is when you're not going live, right? How do you get better at tackling? And but no, I'm making sure that our defensive coaches are all over that, so we are a good tackling football team.
I'm not sure if you were there. Did you see the running backs against linebackers that blitz drill?
I did not.
Okay.
I was in wide receiver DB one-on-ones. So, but I will watch the tape. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Is there a noise element to the music and everything? Is part of it to, I don't know, if recreate or
make it more game day like when you're trying to call plays and things?
Yeah, no, there is. As when we get into the season, especially when we know we're going into a loud environment, we'll really crank it up. Honestly, the music to me is just I want energy out there. I want our guys to be into practice, and I think that is the mentality. I mean, shoot, I even think about myself sometimes when I'm working in the office. I think that guys stay more into it when there's, some of that background music going on.
The energy?
Do you like it?
After 4 days, it could use some refreshing.
Okay, all right. I'll make sure I tell DJ Joe. So.
How do you feel about the energy so far?
I feel like it's a work in progress. I thought our urgency and our energy level was better today than it was yesterday. But like I told the guys at the end of practice, I still think there's room to improve there.
Matt, to follow off Tom's question about the 11 on 11s, and you mentioned the pocket. Does that help emphasize the footwork timing element of these plays as well, because they actually have to move to evade a rush?
Well, I mean, I think it just, if you look at, especially in the pass game, about 70% of the plays are going to be, it's not going to be perfect. So I just think it's more realistic. I think it in some aspects it can hurt the timing of the play, because not everything's going to be there in rhythm, where in 7-on-7 you don't have any rush to worry about, and you can just drop back. And we teach these quarterbacks to read with your feet. So you're either planting to throw to a specific receiver, you're hitching to the next guy, and second hitch always getting to the check down. So and that can get way off when you're implementing some of those team 11-on-11 drills.
And what's really good, what have you thought of Rashan Gary?
I think he's, I think it's like you said, it is early. So we'll see once we get to the game action. But he's done a lot of nice things. The one thing I really like that he's shown is just the effort that he plays with. The way we define that is, you see a change of speed, a burst, then to max speed, and then the finish. And he's had some good clips to show to the team.
Was that underneath stuff that he had in terms of burst in 11 on 11? Is that a good example of that?
Yeah, no, I think it's just more or less when, for example, if we're running the ball and the ball gets, down the field, to see him continue after he sets an edge, to continue to pursue from behind and finish with a rip attempt. But that was a great play. There was a stun up front where he came screaming free right up the A gap, which I don't think any of the quarterbacks are going to like that.
Man, I know you coach offense, but is there any sense when pads come on for like a kid on Christmas morning, getting to see Za'Darius Smith in this bull rush, and Gary as well, with what they can do with pads on after not getting to see them pads for months?
Yeah, it's so much more realistic, and it makes the run game more realistic. It makes the play pass game more realistic, and then you get to see these guys, from a defensive perspective, when we're dropping back, seeing how they attack, because I think the mentality does change a little bit in terms of you can just be a little bit more aggressive, both from a pass protection standpoint, because we always talk about this with our guys, is we're all on the same team, so we want to be mindful of that we're being good teammates, and we're not really trying to deplete somebody, but naturally it gets more physical when you get the pads on.
Matt, I don't want to look too far into it, but Dexter Williams, it seemed like he had a perimeter run today where he followed his blockers a good 10 yards downfield. Yesterday he had an inside run where he let the play develop. Is that patient element something he showed on his college film? Is that something that's maybe tough for a young running back starting out to show?
Yeah, I think Dexter's starting to learn what this league's all about, because early on he was really struggling at pressing things and was looking to cut back. And if you pitter patter in the hole at all at this level, you're hitting the backfield. And so that's something that we're going to continue to harp on him, because he has improved, but he's still got a ways to go.
Matt, do you feel Trevor Davis is kind of starting to show he can give you more than just something in the return game?
Yeah, Trevor, I thought in OTAs he had a solid OTAs, and it's just about him. It's just, can you consistently do it day in and day out? And then after you we get to when we get to the preseason games, can that transition to the games?
Is Cole Madison starting to get his feet back under him in terms of football, legs, and things like that, from what you're seeing?
Yeah, I think so. I think Cole's done a nice job. Again, another young player that I'm excited to see when we get into that game action.
Matt, in that last 11-on-11, you had Za'Darius line up inside, and you had him at right outside linebacker. Then you had him like paired up with Preston on the other side. What kind of a chess piece have you guys given Mike with him? And as an offensive play caller, what kind of challenge does a guy like that create for you when you're trying to figure out where he might be?
Yeah, you hit it. It's just, where is Za'Darius going to be? And that's the thing that you saw on the film from Baltimore. You'd see him lining up all over the place. And, we went against him last year in Tennessee, and I think he had 3 sacks in that game and was consistently in the backfield. So I'm glad he's on our team now. So, but no, it just that versatility that he brings, and he's a smart football player. And what I love about him too is just the intensity and urgency and energy he brings to our defense.
So were you guys not doing a good job of figuring out where he was, or did you know where he was and he was still playing well against you guys?
You're saying last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of not good enough last year. So we're on to this year.
I know there's a lot of time in camp left, but it's a little worrisome that Darnell's missed 4 practices. I mean, he's a rookie, he's going to need as many snaps as he can get.
I wouldn't say worrisome. Obviously, we'd like to get him back out here as soon as possible, but that's why we have a medical staff, and they'll let us know when he's ready to go.
How does Raven Green show you and kind of dropping back? I know you did a lot
Who's
of
that?
hybrid. Raven Green, I know you did a lot of hybrid in the offseason. Do you think to drop back at safety? What's he showing you?
Yeah, again, versatility. I think that's the common theme you see with a lot of guys on defense is, can they play multiple positions? And here's a guy that can play safety, and we can drop him in the box, and if we want to go dime and put him at more or less a linebacker position. So Raven, again, smart football player. It takes smart players to be able to do that, to be able to move around and change positions and understand what their responsibility is, and not only understand the responsibility, but again, the details of the play.
Rodgers called a timeout. The formation was right. Came back, hit Devontae on a crossing route from right to left. I mean, just delivered. Sometimes it takes veteran quarterbacks a couple weeks to get into it. Where's Aaron?
I think he's progressing each and every day. He's feeling more comfortable. We meet a lot of hours every day, and there's a lot of good dialogue, and we're just continuing to build this offense, and it's been a lot of fun. So it's just gonna be part of this process.
Do you have any long-term concern with spreads at all?
Oh, no long-term concern there.
Matt, is Fackrell's showing up on tape when you're watching it at night more than, he had another play day, it looked like, where he got after Aaron. Is he starting to show you some things?
Yeah, I think, when you look at that outside linebacker group as a whole, there's a lot of good pieces there. Reggie Gilbert's made some plays. Obviously the 2 Smiths come to mind, Rashan. So we feel really good about that depth there.